Here we go. Look out.
Nice.
Look, the train
some
down there.
information about what we can see and a little bit about Jasper and that sort of stuff. But if anyone has any questions, feel free to interrupt me. I'll do my best to answer them for you as well.
Here we go.
So the tram itself is actually celebrating its 56th anniversary this year. So first opened in 1964. A few years prior to that, in 1960, there was a man named William McGregor who was actually an Albertan adventurer, and he was the guy who hiked to the summit of this mountain. And yeah, once he got to the top, was just absolutely blown away by the view that he experienced, and wanted to share it with more people who were traveling, obviously visiting Canada, weren't able to hike the way up. So he got in touch with a German firm actually, and they engineered the tramway. So this is all German engineering. This is actually still the original car, just with like a lot of modifications obviously, but it is one of the originals. So our tramway, it's not a gondola, so it doesn't go around in circles, it's just straight up and down. It's a counterweight system, so we've only got car 1 and car 2. And yeah, once we're down the bottom, the other one's up the top, and when we do pass them on the line, that means that we're exactly halfway. So it took about 5 to 7 months for the tram to be completed. They started with the lower station, then built the tower, and then the upper station. So worked really, really hard. The guys actually set up a base camp just after the tower. They would hike the rest of the way up the mountain in the morning, do their full day's work, and then hike back to
that side.
Pretty insane. Also using heavy-duty helicopters, doing as many as 47 flights a day to take materials up the top. So it's pretty insane.
No, we can't see it.
This over here to the right-hand side is the town of Jasper, for anyone who hasn't seen it from this angle. Jasper is a train town, so you should notice on the outskirts of town that you've got these massive long cargo trains. They average anywhere from like 2 to 6 kilometers long. The reason they're not longer is just the radio signal doesn't reach the other end. So they, this is one of like the main lines for the Canadian National Railway. So
Look at how long that train is.
that's right, there's plenty of them. They average every 2 hours. Just as we pass the tower, guys, we do get a bit of a back to forward swing because of the angle change, so just hang on to something. Jasper's town site has a residency of around 5,000 permanent residents. We also then get our ghost population, which is all the seasonal workers that live in and around town, which accounts for another 1,500 people. And Jasper is primarily a summer destination. Obviously we've got skiing and boarding in the winter, but it is much more busier in the summertime. So July and August is our busiest months. We can then see anywhere from 20 to 30,000 people. It gets very, very busy. To my right hand side is the other tram. Down here we have a campground called Whistler's Campground, and that is the largest campground in North America. But it's actually closed for this summer because they're redoing a few things. So probably will take away from a little bit of our tourism. We've got 2 rivers that we can see from here. This one on the right, once again, is the Athabasca River. So that river is glacial fed and it is flowing south. It feeds those 3 massive blue lakes just over to the right hand side of town. So the first one that's in the horseshoe shape is the Fairmont. So like the lake itself is called Lac-de-Vergne. So the golf course, Fairmont, Jasper Park Lodge, that's all there. The next one along in the middle is Lake Annette, which is my favourite. It's actually what they consider one of the beaches here, as well as Lake Edith, which is the one behind it. So very, very much worth going up and having a close look at those. The other river is down by the train line. It's more of a brown colour, and that's the Niet River. So in terms of us being at this height now, we're getting into the sub-alpine zone, so you'll notice the tree line dies off a little bit. That's because the conditions for growing are getting harsher.
Look at all the trees are gone.
So if anyone can see these trees on the right hand side here, they're quite small. They actually have a growing period of only 60 to 90 days of the year. In that time, they're only growing anywhere from 1 to 5 millimeters. So you'll find that some of those trees, they can be anywhere from 100 to 200 years old.
Wow.
Pretty awesome. Same like these little ones.
You're going to get it too hot if you